Welcome to Studio Chatter. Can you believe it? School is ending soon and summer is right behind it. Can you believe it?
No.
No, I feel like I blinked and where did this whole entire, the fall, the spring even.
The spring is gone. I did go to preschool graduation
Already?
for 3 of my grandkids. Yes.
wow.
Miss
Those are
Danya
so
has it
fun.
the first week of May, and it was darling. They sang. I brought them bubblegum lays with like a little bouncy ball beanie. They have new beanie bouncy balls. So they're shaped like an animal, but they are a ball.
Wow.
It's so cute. Anyway,
Okay.
they had a great time. She does snow cones and like a bounce house and popcorn after. And
Oh, wow.
yeah. So then after we went to Pizza Factory, and then the whole Shink family followed us because they have kids in preschool.
Yes.
So
Wow, that
I
sounds
felt like
a
it was
party.
like a fun celebration.
Yeah, I have a kindergarten graduation and a preschool as well. But I haven't
Does
done
it
those
seem
yet.
funny that, I mean, they're so cute when you watch them and you would never not want to have it. But it's like, you're graduating, you just started kindergarten, you just started your journey on education and we're going to have you
We're
graduate.
just check marking, right? It was so cute. At the preschool graduation, they asked them what they wanted, what their favorite part of preschool was, and then what they wanted to be when they grew up. And Aspen was like crafts, and then she wanted to be a mom. And then
Aw.
Finley was like playing with my friends, and I want to be a dinosaur experimenter.
Oh,
There's a field for that. There is a definite need for
And
that.
then Grady, I can't remember what he liked to do, but he wanted to grow up to be a teenager. And I was like, I love that.
oh my gosh.
It just reminded me like the simplicity and love of a child.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
to go back there again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
But-
Well, Angela, thanks
Yeah.
for being here again tonight. Natasha,
sure.
where is Natasha?
Where is
I
this?
can't even remember.
I think she's in Vegas, but what is she doing? Something with a kid, but what kid and what?
Was
We
it
don't know.
skating
Or dance.
Or soccer.
or modeling?
We really don't
Or
remember.
it could be all 3 or 4. Just kidding, it
Uh-huh.
probably isn't.
Maybe a vacation.
Yeah,
I
whatever
doubt
she's
it.
doing.
Not the middle of the week.
No.
So
Heavens
yeah,
no.
thanks for being here. What's
Yeah,
new with
welcome.
Angela?
Oh, what's new with me? Just keeping my head afloat.
Okay.
I finished school in 6 months. 6
You're
months.
so close.
I complete my 9-year journey.
Angela, we are going to have a party. That's so big.
We need a party.
Let's do.
I'm gonna have a party for
Let's have a
myself.
graduation here.
Yes,
Yes,
cap and
thank
gown
you.
ceremony.
I'll get you a bubblegum lay
Yes.
with something special.
So
Not a
some
bouncy
Balloons,
ball.
I want
a
a
cap
bouncy
and
ball.
gown.
Yeah.
Something.
Okay, so you're done with the book work. You're right.
So now,
Or you-
mostly, now it's just presentations over and over again. Lots of presentations about different cases.
Okay, and are you doing those presentations
also
online?
practice. Yeah, I have a Zoom class.
Okay.
So I just go to class for a couple hours a week and I work
see patients.
during the week. Yep, I have clients, a full caseload.
So what about tell the viewers what your major is, just in case they missed an episode?
Yes, so I am a marriage and family therapist. And
Tell us why you went into that besides
I
another
love it.
field in that venue.
Yeah, so what I love about marriage and family therapy is it is systemic. So when a client comes in, it's like a doctor who you're like, oh my, like I hurt right here. And they're gonna look at like, okay, that organ plus how it affects this one and this one and this one. And they're gonna look at the whole system. So when we see a client, even if it's an individual coming in, we're going to assess like what their relationships are like with other people and how that affects their well-being and their mental health. And so sometimes that does matter
Okay.
a lot.
All the pieces and parts.
All the pieces and parts. Yeah.
How many people do you see in a day?
The most I've seen, it was 6
Oh,
clients
that's
in a
a
row.
lot, isn't
yeah.
it?
It's not all the time because my schedule's shifting, right? I'll see a client for a while and they'll be like, I'm doing better, or
Okay.
you know, I don't know. Most of them get better. Some of them have financial challenges, which is really sad, and then they have to terminate. And so,
Isn't a lot of insurance coverage like 10 visits, or they set a number of visits?
I wish I knew more of the
I don't know
insurance
either.
end of it. It depends on your insurance. Some insurances will cover 100% as many as you want if you do it on telehealth, so on a Zoom call, which is really interesting to me.
So they'll
Our insurance needs to cover more of that preventative and
for
health
sure.
Yeah.
and mental health.
yeah.
I feel like we cover the problem when it becomes a problem, right?
Yeah,
Of
or we
anything like-
see the after effects of when nothing was taken care of, when nobody was
Right.
helped.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but it's very rewarding. It can
I
be very
bet.
heavy, but it's more rewarding than not. So I do love it.
Preschool to this, right?
Exactly.
All avenues and
Yeah,
levels
yeah.
of graduation.
Your master's degree. Is
My
it a master's?
It's
It
a
is,
master's.
right?
That's right.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, me too. That's amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
So now we get to celebrate summer almost, guys.
Yes. What are you
It
going to do?
begins.
You going on any fun trips?
We don't have a trip planned in the summer.
That surprises me.
I'm going to Outer Banks in a couple weeks.
Oh my gosh.
And then that's North Carolina. So
Okay.
I've never been like back east
And you're
to
going
that
with
shoreline.
Rhett's family. Your
Rhett's whole
in-laws, right?
family.
Okay.
So I'm just excited to just sit in a house and just veg with all the older people.
I know some people that have been and they've loved it.
Yeah. Our good friend Allie Dart, she used to live there a little bit further south, and she's like, you'll just love it.
So
You'll fall in love
what
with it."
stuff will you do while you're there?
There's not like a whole bunch of stuff. Like there's lighthouses and good shopping, and we'll do pickleball maybe. I think I'm just gonna watch.
decompress.
You're just right on the
decompressing.
coast of North Carolina. I did schedule
pretty.
for the fall a girls' trip to Maine.
Yes.
Kind of
yeah.
similar, like we thought we were going to be on the beach. That was our first choice, and it was full by the time we went to book it. So now it's a cabin in the mountains by a
That
lake.
sounds
But
amazing.
if you're on the East Coast in the fall, it's so beautiful.
I cannot wait.
Kevin's been to Boston in the fall, and he's like, "We have got to go back. It's so
That's
pretty."
awesome.
I want to do that.
Yeah.
That's a goal.
So
one day
charming.
In the
So
fall. I
charming.
did New York in the fall and loved it. So
Yeah.
Well, let's not talk fall. Let's talk summer.
let's do.
Yes.
Let's get the show going. With all the fun summer activities coming up, it's important to keep our kids reading and learning skills active too. Let's welcome Caitlin Martinez from the Spanish Fork Library to the table.
Hello.
Hi, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. I'm super excited.
It's summertime and it's time, right? To get to the library.
So many fun things.
Yeah, we are getting really excited at the library for all of the really fun things that we have going on. We love to keep the library busy during the summer, so we're always doing super fun activities and events for all ages. Some of my favorites that I'm looking forward to for kids, we're doing our Messy Mondays again, which is like huge messy projects that you wouldn't want to do at home.
Like the gooey stuff.
Gooey
and
slime,
And tell us
foam
what
party.
age.
So that one is for all ages up to 12. So it's, mostly for kids, but we have families come to that one as well.
Okay.
So really for all
Is
ages.
that one that you do across the street, or where do you?
Yeah,
where
we do
go?
that one across the
Okay,
street.
the old
so
library.
We like to get messy out there. We're not bringing the mess into our new library. We're keeping it outside. It's really fun. Wear your
Okay.
sunscreen. But that's a really great one. We also have our story time in the park that's going to both the Adventure Heights Park and the City Park as well. So we're not just inside the library, we're outside the library a lot
love
this
that.
year. Yeah, and we have a new event that we're doing this summer called Saturday Morning Cartoons, where 2 Saturdays a month in the summer we're putting on old-fashioned cartoons in the library, encouraging people to like wear their pajamas, come bring blankets.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like Tom and Jerry
Yes,
or
like Tom
something.
and Jerry, yeah,
Oh,
Looney
nice.
Bunny.
Yes.
And we're doing breakfast cereal as well, so
No
it's going to be a
way.
super fun time.
So are
to
these
write
type
that
of
down.
things that people should register for?
These are all events that you don't have to register
Okay.
for.
You can just show up.
You can just show up to the library, all free, and for anyone who has a library card or not. And if you want more information, you can always come to the library. We have these little pamphlets available at our children's desk, and they have like everything inside of them. So if
Okay.
you don't want to miss anything, I recommend coming to the library, asking us your questions,
Okay.
getting all the events, the times, filling them in your calendar. All that
Caitlin,
great
I
stuff.
wanted to ask you
Yeah.
about the summer reading program.
Yes.
You register online, right?
Yep. So on the 27th,
Okay.
you can register through the app Beanstack, and you can
But
register.
they're writing this
online.
down like they're going to register. Well, no, they're not going.
We're gonna read
I'm
this
going to tell
summer.
my children to
should.
do this,
Well,
and
did
then
you know-
Stacy will actually read for us.
Yeah. Did you know that we have prizes for adults? So
Yes.
if you're reading,
We're gathering
you'll
prizes.
get
Does
prizes.
Wow.
Audible count?
Yes, Audible
Okay,
counts.
okay.
Everything counts at the library.
Okay.
We love all types of reading. One of the things that we're like the most excited about this summer, though, is our Color Our World Kids summer reading program. That's the story time that me and my partner, Miss Karen, are in charge of. And we have a once-in-a-lifetime event happening this year for
Once in
our
a
story
lifetime?
time. Yeah.
What day is
it's
this?
amazing.
Write this down,
This will be,
Stacey.
Wednesdays and Thursdays. and it might
Like
have
every
something
week?
to do every single week, and it might have something to do with this little thing we have on the table here.
Oh,
what is it?
kinda
I've
looks
been
like
wondering.
Yes.
a dinosaur.
You know,
egg. Look
you're
at
closer
that.
than you might think. I have a special guest, though, who wants to tell you all about it. So I was hoping one of you would be willing to call our guest using our special.
Oh, I can do
let
that.
Okay,
Oh, yes.
Go ahead, give it a try.
Okay. let's
You're just gonna
see
put it
this
to your
thing
lips.
I don't think I've seen one of
Pull it
those
down
before.
and out.
Wow!
Hi, Barnaby.
Hi, Miss Caitlin.
Thanks for bringing a book, but we're not going to read a book right now. We're actually at Studio Chatter.
Oh, what is this place?
It's kind of like TV. You're on TV, Barnaby.
Oh, I don't know what TV is. I'm a book dragon. But yeah, it looks nice.
So-
but why aren't we going to read a book?
Well, listen, I'm going to tell them about you, okay?
Okay.
So this is Barnaby, our book dragon. We are the only library in the whole world
Barnaby.
that has a genuine book dragon living at our library. He comes and brings us our books every single week at Storytime when we blow the whistle. So he picks out our books, he brings them to us. He's our really good friend at the library.
And this is your Wednesday, Thursday.
Yes, our
Once
Wednesday,
in a
Thursday.
lifetime
But
to
I'm
have a
going, I am going to go to the park with Miss Kirsta.
Yes.
She said I could go and we can. Well, let me tell you, my mom, she laid an egg.
That's what's over there.
Whoa.
Yeah. His
it's
mom laid
gonna
an
be my
egg.
baby brother or sister, I don't know, but yeah, it's a book dragon egg, and we just read books to it, and it grows.
Yep.
Right, Miss Caitlin?
Yep. It's
Yeah.
really rare to have a book dragon egg at our library, so we're really excited.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get to see the hatching process
Yeah,
throughout the
in
summer,
July, huh?
and at the end of July, for our last story time, that egg is gonna hatch and turn into a baby dragon.
And I
so
can't wait.
we're really
So there'll be
excited.
2 dragons?
We're having 2
Yeah.
book dragons.
Oh my
Barnaby, what are you going to
Wow.
name your baby dragon?
Well, me and Miss Caitlin, we were thinking, and I asked my mom, but I was thinking that we could have the kids help us pick out a name.
Oh,
'Cause
I
don't
Ask the
know.
kids to help.
Yeah.
that
They
idea.
come
we
up
might
with
have
good
the kids
names.
vote.
Oh, that's a
That's
good
a good
idea.
idea.
Or give us suggestions.
Uh-huh.
Right,
I
Miss
like
Caitlin?
that.
Yep, that's right. We're gonna try and ask the kids what they think the baby should be named.
Yeah.
So
gonna be really
the
fun.
kids that come to this story time on Wednesdays and Thursdays, what age group what age of kids do you like to have?
Well, 3 to 7-year-olds, but I love all kids. I mean, I would like you, if you want to ever come.
I happen to have a 3-year-old granddaughter and a 6-year-old grandson.
Okay.
So I think they would
Please
love
come.
to come.
Yeah, it's
I
gonna
like
be
all
really
ages,
fun.
but 3 to 7.
And something that's really great about our library is those Wednesday and Thursday programs. We actually do tween events at the same time as our children's events. So if you have some older kids, some younger kids, bring them all at the same time. We'll be doing activities for everyone at the same exact time. at
And
the
what
library.
time is that?
Yes.
That's 10 and 11 on Wednesdays and 10 o'clock on Thursdays.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wow.
perfect.
So you're getting a lot of people. You're drawing a lot of people, Barnaby. I bet you're very, very popular.
Well, kind of, but listen, do a lot of people watch TV?
Yes.
Oh, well, Miss Caitlin, then you should tell them why it's so important, so important to read all summer.
You're right, Barnaby. I should
Please.
tell them. Yep. We like to fill our schedule at the library and make summer reading so exciting because studies have actually shown that kids who stop reading in the summer actually can lose up to a grade and a half of their reading skills. So
That's wow.
it's super
Barnaby.
important
I know,
to
and I
keep
don't want
reading.
that to happen.
Yep, so that's why we make it a big to-do. We do everything we can to make reading during the summer super exciting.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, Barnaby, do you know how to read?
Well, yeah, I'm pretty good.
He's a
Miss
good
Caitlin
reader.
helps me every time I
Yeah.
get a book, and I'm learning.
Is it scary when there's big words? What do you do when there's a big word?
Well, I just sounded out. My mom helps. I am a book dragon. I'm getting better.
Yep.
Right, Miss Caitlin?
You do so good with reading, Barnaby.
Thank you.
You're
And
getting better every day.
Sometimes Miss Caitlin lets me help with the books or puppet shows. She's really nice to me.
We love you, Barnaby. You're the best.
Barnaby, have you ever tried drinking out of a mug?
Oh, I haven't, but I mean, I could.
Do you want to drink a water, Barnaby?
I think so.
Okay,
Okay, I'm
you
gonna
just
just give
open
you a
wide.
tiny drink.
Oh, because you've been talking.
Oh.
Good job, Barnaby.
What do you
Wow.
I love it. Oh, good. Oh, good. My baby will not be able to do that.
No, not for
Maybe a
while.
bottle. We'll
Or
have
a
to get a
sippy.
Studio Chatter bottle or a
Oh,
sippy.
yeah.
Barnaby, do you want to tell them what happens with your egg after we finish reading? Something really special that only book Dragonades do?
Yeah, well, after we read to my baby dragon egg, then Miss Caitlin always will touch the egg and say, "Do you like the book?" And my baby dragon's egg changes colors.
Yep.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah,
What does it
will
mean?
change.
Is there a favorite color? Like if it's the best book, should it go to a certain color?
It loves all the colors, and it just happens that the theme this year is Color Your World.
Yes, yeah.
Oh.
So it's going to be a really colorful summer at the library. We're going to have so much going on.
Yup.
So are we going to see this change right here on TV?
Do you think we should read a little bit of the book, Barnaby? See if it changes color?
Maybe if you want to read, maybe read the last page.
I'll just read the last page
I'm
and we'll
gonna
see
move
how the
this right
baby
over
egg
here.
likes
And then
it.
just touch the egg, and
Okay,
you can
we'll see.
ask if it likes it.
You know, said Mrs. Bird, I don't think Junior was a bird at all. It doesn't matter, Mr. Bird said. He's happy now. And just look at him swim. The end. Baby egg, did you like that book? Did you really like it?
It's thinking. It's thinking.
What? Well,
It might be kind of sleeping.
Maybe the baby egg needed more of the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've
I
got
bet
to go
so.
to the library
You have
and
to go
listen
to
to
the
the
library.
full book,
Yeah.
and then he'll turn colors.
Yep.
I'm so excited.
Barnaby, I wanted to ask you, do you have a favorite book? And if so, what is it?
oh, I love all the books, but yeah, I really love Elephant and Piggy.
Those are great ones.
They're really nice.
We love
Yeah.
those ones.
What do you love, Miss Caitlin?
You know, I love that book that we were just reading today about Don't Think of Tigers.
Oh, I love that book.
That's a good
Yeah.
Don't Think
Wait,
of
do you have a
Tigers.
favorite book?
Oh, I have a lot of favorites, and I'm reading to my grandkids a lot lately. One thing I love when little kids have memorized a book and
Yeah.
they think they're reading it. And there's a book called I Can, about a little sister following the older brother, and it's just darling. So the book's I Can. It's easy to memorize for a 3-year-old.
Oh, I think maybe I'll get that for our library.
Yeah. Okay.
Those are good ones.
Okay.
We've been reading The Giving Tree.
Oh, I love that book.
Great one.
I do too. It reminds me of when I was a little kid and going on a bear hunt. That's been
Oh,
a
I love
popular one
going
at
on a
my
bear
house.
hunt.
I don't think
Yes.
I've read that one.
It's a
It's a
cute
little
board book.
scary, but it's good.
It is, yep. You got to get your hands going.
You're
and
so
stuff.
brave, though, huh, Barnaby?
Oh, sometimes.
Well,
See you in-
Barnaby,
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to wrap it up and say our time's up.
Oh.
How did you like being on TV today?
I really like it.
It's not very
it wasn't
scary.
Too scary, 'cause
Right.
yeah,
Do you want to come
Did
back?
great.
I would love to come back.
I think we're going to see you this summer.
Okay.
Yeah, Caitlin, thank you.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for
thank
having
you.
us.
Yeah.
Bye, Barnaby.
Bye.
See you. See ya.
Let's talk swimsuits. They wear out, they're not comfortable, and maybe you're just not thrilled with the style. We may just be able to solve all 3 of those concerns. Let's welcome Tiffany Roundy from Ruby Swimwear back to the chatter.
Yes,
Hi,
thank
Tiffany.
you.
Welcome.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. It's been a couple of years.
Well, Angela went shopping, so
Yes,
she did.
So, yes, I shopped her swimsuits and I thought, oh, these feel good. I like the design. And then I took it and wore it at Lake Powell. And I thought, okay, I'll wear this the first day. And then I have a couple of old swimsuits that I'll wear another day and another day. And the first day I was like, this is really comfortable. And then the second day I wore the other swimsuit and it was like an hour and a half. I'm like changing back into her swimsuit. So we need to ask you how you got started and why what I experienced is why your swimsuits are amazing.
Well, I'm a bit of, well, let's just start with I'm a fabric snob. So I've had 2 swimwear companies, but this is the one that when I shut the other one down, I decided I'm not doing it again unless I can mill my own fabric and get the fabric the way I want it so it's comfortable. So I found a love for surfing and I found myself saying, I don't want to be in a swimming suit, or kids, let's go to the park, not the swimming. I don't know if
Yes.
you guys felt
Yes.
like that
Uh-huh.
before. But I just decided, but then I realized one day when I was working out, wait, I feel really good in my yoga pants. Why can't swimwear feel like that? So then I started ripping apart seams and really, really diving into like why they weren't comfortable. And it was, a lot of it was the elastic, the seams, the fabric. And then I found, you know, how to have them sew them so that they fit our bodies better.
Wow.
And it alleviates, it alleviates.
And it really like the muffin
works.
top and like
Yes.
this seam. Talk about that
So
seam.
this seam right here, I don't know if that is, you know, very visible, but I've taken out this seam. So it reduces bikini rash. And I have 4 girls, and one of them you'll see, but one of them has very, very sensitive skin, but very coarse hair. And so she would have bikini rash all the time. And this has minimized it a ton.
Okay.
So really just thinking, like, why is it uncomfortable, and going through the whole suit. So then when I went back to my other swimming suit bottoms, I was like, I can't even wear these.
Angela.
I'm ruined. It literally ruined me. It was that big of a difference.
Oh,
And I
well,
loved how
thank
you said the material, like, is what you fell in love with.
butter.
It's just
Yes,
butter.
it's like butter. That's the only way I can describe it. Just like a silky,
It's like
stretchy,
wearing your sweats
thick, like
as a
it,
suit.
Yeah.
And it feels thick, so you feel secure. You don't feel like, oh man, if I move wrong, this is going to tear, and that's going to be terrible.
Well, and that's the other thing too. I'm very adventurous and active, and I want to be able to play, and I want to have fun. And if I worry too much about what I look like, then I won't get in one. But if I'm really feeling secure, then I'm like, okay, I can do this. When the girls are held in, and you know, you're not tugging and pulling and slipping and all
of
these
it.
things.
Beautiful thoughts.
You're
Yep,
secure
exactly what we're
everywhere.
thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where can people buy this? Are you in stores, or is it solely
So
online?
right now, I am completely online. We're trying to
Okay.
get into some surf shops and some active swimwear, because really it is active swimwear, but you can lay around in the pool and feel comfortable too.
Right.
So it's like an all-day wear.
Okay.
We've hiked in them. We've done HIIT workouts in them just to test, like if the bras are secure enough. So I will show you. This is a T-strap. This one's one of my favorite ones to hike in. But
That's a good top.
That's darling.
Yeah, and it has a complete bra. So
I love that.
it, you know, it does. You can just see that it
gonna
will
hold you
hold you
right
in. Yeah, and what I've done too is I've made this bra a tiny bit smaller than the shell, so that you don't get the bra fat look.
Okay. Okay.
Is that a proper way to
Yes,
say that?
it's like that
Probably.
covers over
Yeah.
the tightness.
Yeah, so
Yes.
it just helps to just smooth lines, because we all want to be smooth and not lumpy. And
We do.
It's a lot
We
of
want
work
to look
get
like a
there.
Victoria's Secret model,
We
but
do,
comfortable.
but we don't. But really, it's about how you feel, and I want women to feel comfortable and confident that they can make memories with their families and enjoy whatever water sports.
Yeah.
So you have 2 pieces, tankinis,
Yes.
1 pieces.
So we have one pieces, and we have tankinis and crops, and we also have cover-ups and shorts and skirts. So we have,
Oh yeah, the skirts.
we have lots.
and we get to see them
Yeah,
today.
we get to see them.
Let's dive in.
Okay,
You
let's
wanna
do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. McKenna. This is McKenna, and she is in the crop. This is a high neck crop. And so if you'll turn around 10, so that in the back, if you cinch that, it can create that nice line that creates like such a good visual to be really slimming, and you can make it higher or lower, and it can actually adjust through the straps. And also that bottom is a control top bottom. I've designed it to come to a V, and there's also a pocket in the back. Not that you want to jump in with your phone, but all the time we're taking pictures, and there's always kind of a place that, okay, turn back around. And the front also comes to a V to create that nice line for slimming effect too.
Oh,
Okay,
gotcha.
there's McKenna.
I love that. Darling,
All
I
right,
love
we're
the
gonna
scrunchy
have
back.
McKinley come in the one piece. And this is my cute daughter, and she's had 3 babies.
Oh my goodness, never would know.
This is a one piece. Okay, pull your hair back if you don't mind. And then you can see it's a high neck, so turn around. And it's really
Oh, I love
supportive with the
that.
straps, but it also has pretty good butt coverage, but that one is a little bit more cheeky, so turn around. And then you can also see the ruching on the sides. So So that's probably our most cheeky style, but it still has pretty nice coverage. So,
100%.
and it's made, that one has a built-in bra too. So, and then we will have Amanda, or Mandy. She's my childhood best friend. So we love her, and she's doing this because she loves me and nothing else. So she has a tankini on, and she also has, do you have the high waist on or you have the control top on too?
Ooh, I love that.
So it's a control top. It's like your favorite yoga pants. It's a good, nice, snug fit. Okay, and then that strap, if you'll turn around, there you go. That strap can go straight back and tie or crisscross. All right.
Oh, and then it would just
So
go
there's little
back to the
places
yeah,
to
so
tie
there
and back
is,
it
I don't
on.
even have, there's like a little tab inside. I
Uh-huh.
can show you if the
And then you can just pull it through.
Oh, you know what, actually, let's see if I have one. Oh, I do. I have it run right here if I'm a little tangled. Let's see. No, we might need to. I can't get that off. Okay. So this has the tabs right here. So they can tie right on itself. You do have like a little small knot right there, but if you're, sometimes somebody will say, oh, it's kind of uncomfortable, just untie it and you can tie it in front and it becomes a bandeau. And it's supportive enough that it has the full bra that you're not gonna move around. So
That's so
Show
versatile.
that green. This is so
the
cute.
green, okay, this is what I call a unicorn color. This looks so good on so many different skin types. And a lot of people come and they say, I want all black. And I had a lady, this was years ago with my first one, she tried, so I had an all black one with a small leopard insert, and then she tried on a fabric, another one, and she's like, oh, I look like a seal in the all black. So really a pattern will break up the eye. I mean, for the most part, if you feel more comfortable, it's what you feel the most comfortable in. But
But you can be adventurous
right,
with some of these.
you can. And I've designed the different fabrics and lines to be very slimming for women because that's our number one concern in swimwear. This is a similar color. It's that unicorn color.
color.
So
pretty. Look at the ruffles.
And the right
Yes.
shoulder.
And this comes off or stays on. If you want more coverage, it will, stay on.
Okay, let's look at some more models. Did we
Okay.
change your own?
Okay, we have a little change. This is McKenna again. She has the flowy shorts on, and
I like
they are so comfortable. I love them.
So that's the swimsuit bottom, correct?
Well, so she has a bottom underneath.
Oh, okay, so
but
that was
then
just-
I can cover up short. But you can swim in it,
Perfect.
so you
Oh,
can do
that's
both.
nice.
Okay, do a little turn. So I've designed that to look like very flowy, kind of like a skirt, but it's short, so it's
And
super
good
functional.
coverage. I love the
Look,
back of
yeah,
that
straps.
swimsuit.
And the
I do
top is
too.
darling.
Yes, that is one of my very favorites to work out in. It's super supportive. All right,
That's a
turn
good
around. All right, Mandy's gonna come. Oh, Mandy's gonna come out in. This is just the sheer cover up. It's just kind of fun. It gathers at the waist.
I love that.
Yeah, and I have three or four different fabrics in that, so it's kind of fun. Yeah, thank you. And then McKinley has the elastic waist shorts. These are really fun because they can be a swim bottom. They have, if you'll lift up the side, there you go. They have a swim and it's super comfortable.
Oh,
And I love to actually work out in those because you can double it as a swimming suit and also shorts.
Oh my goodness.
I want to buy it all right now. This is so hard.
Well,
And can we come try it on, or how does that
I
look
do
like?
have a showroom in my home that has all this swimwear, and thank you, McKinley. We'll just, and then we have one more, but I do have a showroom in my home that they can come, or I also do online. It's really uncomfortable sometimes for women, but I do online try-ons. So they'll either DM me and do like a picture in front of a window with tight-fitting like workout clothing, and then I can usually help with sizing too, because sizing is really hard. with
Sizing is
swimwear.
hard.
You
Yep.
want it to fit just
You do.
right. Yeah.
And this is McKenna. She's in the romper.
Oh, the
And this is one of my favorite. It's a quick drying fabric. And it's, okay, turn around. There we go. Okay, I might have you move it. Yeah, so it shows a little peek. That one also is designed to work with the ruffle too. The ruffle one shoulder. Okay, you can turn around again. All right, thank you, sweetie.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so
nice.
anyway.
You've got us literally covered for all of our
We're
swimwear
covered.
needs.
So I just really want women to feel comfortable and really feel like they can be active if they want or relax
Oh.
if they want to relax.
Well, there's no better
Yeah.
time than now to get your swimsuit for the season.
Yes.
Let's kick it off
Yes.
and give it a shot.
Yes, and I'm gonna do a code.
Oh.
It will be SF15, so you can do 15 off your order, 15% off.
Okay.
And then for how long do you normally do those? Like 2
wanna
weeks?
You tell us.
Yeah.
We'll do 2 weeks. For the next 2 weeks.
Okay,
we'll
so
have-
should we say till the end of May?
sure.
Because by the time this airs, so until the last day of May, you get
Yep.
15% off using SF.
SF's 15.
And
Yep.
let's do both capitals on the SF.
Okay.
So,
Awesome.
And you can find me at ruby.swimmingsuits on Instagram, and it will show you more action shots and things that we try. Like a lot of times we'll do the flow rider, and they can attest that
Oh.
it stays on.
It stays. You're not
That's
gonna
awesome.
lose
Yeah.
anything.
Okay.
You're not going to lose anything.
Thanks
need
so
you.
much, Tiffany.
Thank you,
Thank you so much.
No matter what your age is, your financial future should be a big concern, and our next guest can help us with this important topic. Welcome Tyler Mendenhall from Edward Jones to the table.
Right.
Welcome.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Yes.
Right?
Back by popular demand?
Yes,
Or,
of course. Our
Okay,
viewers
right.
are like texting us and calling us.
Yeah.
Where is
Saying,
Tyler?
how
They
can
wanted to
I
see the
figure
money
out
tree.
my money?
Perfect.
Tyler,
perfect.
before we dive into money,
Yes.
we kind of want to talk about a passion project of yours. And
Yes.
since it just happened here in Spanish Fork, it was the livestock show.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about it.
Okay. Yes, it is a passion. This year, just last week, we at Spanish Fork had the 101st Utah State Junior Livestock Show. It's the oldest running junior livestock show this side of the Mississippi River. Is what
Why
we
do we
are.
have all
Spanish
these
Fork?
fabulous things here?
So, yeah,
We
started
don't give
in-
up easy. We're like, we're keeping this thing going.
That's right. Started in 1924. Last year we celebrated the 100th anniversary, and that was a big, big
was
party.
fun.
Yeah. And so this year was the 101st. And I actually have some totals. There were a total of 838 animals exhibited down there.
Wow.
Between beef and pork, pigs, what else? Sheep and goats.
Oh,
so
my.
838, and then on Saturday there were 350 animals sold through the sale for market. So lots of kids were able to walk away with a little bit of a paycheck, none less than $550 in their pocket,
Wow.
and be able to. I got a number as one that my responsibility with the show is to help gather funds from great companies around the community to help at the sale in helping them sell their animals. And so at the end of the sale, I got a bunch of very nice heartfelt letters from some of these youth exhibitors that if we've got time, I can read some of those letters, but they are
Oh, my heck,
they tug
how
at your
cute.
heartstrings and are great. So
What a great way to
I wanna-
start out, though, with your kids. To
Yeah.
have them learning this
yeah.
way of life and work and just,
The work ethic behind it.
yeah, and the importance
Is that
of
called
it.
boosting?
Boosting, yeah.
And so let's say like I'm willing to pay $200 to get a cow, but then you come in and say, hey, we can boost that? Is that
Yeah.
how that works? Because you have extra money in your coffers?
Yeah, a little bit. Well, yeah. So what happens is there are floor buyers, which means they're meat packer buyers, right? That are coming in for the market, right? And the price per animal is set by them, and that's dictated by the weight of the animal.
Gotcha.
So
It's like price per pound.
Correct. So,
Okay.
for example, a random pig might have been the floor price might have been about $360.
Okay.
Well, if that's all that if the kid didn't like have grandma and grandpa or somebody else wanting to buy the animal for them, the floor buyer, the meat packer, would have paid $360. Said, here, we're going to take that pig and it'll go to market. But as a stock show committee, we work hard to make sure that these kids are rewarded well for their dedication, because it takes a lot of early mornings, late nights, and dedication to prepare these animals for the show. And so to try to help them, we kind of say, hey, we don't want any of these kids to go away with less than, this year it was about $550.
That's awesome.
So what happens is when anybody from the community can show up at the sale and buy an animal if they like.
Okay.
You can buy your beef, your lamb, your pork, or your goat. And some kids come to the sale with kind of that money already prepared through whoever might be buying their animal. For a lot of kids that don't, that's where those animals are just going to go to the meat packer and randomly be processed for consumption. So the meat packer will pay that price per pound, but as the animal sells in the sale ring for $550, what happens with the booster money is the animal is sold for, say, $360 to the packer, but we bought it for $550, so the booster club pays the difference between $360 and $550.
To that child.
Yeah, and so it's
that's
kind of
awesome.
two parties coming together to give the kid a $550 check or beyond to be able to help them with their next project.
So what's the youngest kid you've ever seen show?
Yeah, so at a state-sanctioned show, which is what the Utah State Junior Livestock Show is, the rule is they have to be in 3rd grade and 8 years old by September, I believe, of the year before the show. Okay. So any kid that's in 3rd grade this next year and had turned 8 by September this year could show an animal in next year's show in the 102nd Junior
That's
Livestock
awesome.
Show.
Because they're able to kind of do it on their own a little bit.
That's the idea.
And okay to be out there with their animal.
Yeah, my 2 kids that are old enough to do it, I have a 13-year-old. His birthday was during the stock show, so that was a big ordeal. And then my daughter, she'll be 16 this summer. And I would love to say that they do it on their own, but I jokingly tell people that before my kids started deciding to show pigs, I had hair. So,
I know
It takes a lot out of you.
My sister's kids show, and she says, yeah, sometimes the animals will sit down, they won't move, and they're trying to like, come on.
oh yeah, yeah.
So it's definitely something interesting
What
to
an
watch.
awesome thing,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
That's
Heather,
really
I
cool.
kind of wish we would have had you come in jeans and like a Western shirt and a hat and had a phone booth. Go in and change like Superman and come out now.
Even
in a
under the
suit.
table, we could have done that,
Yeah,
you
right?
go.
now
yes.
you're here in a suit.
Now you're a financial
Yes.
advisor.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. From money in the ring to money in our pockets.
Okay,
right?
Let's do
this is
it.
a good time
Yeah.
with all of the economy and
Sure.
what's going on in our country. Like,
Sure.
share with us what can we learn from you?
Well, you know, it is an interesting time. The stock market in general, unless you live under a rock or just don't turn on the media, right? It's quite volatile, right? Through tariff talks and uncertainty throughout the world, there's a lot happening. In the stock market in general, in one single day, if there is movement, either an increase or decrease of 1%, overall, that is a monumental move and a shift in the market in one day, right, of trading. What we've experienced since February and March and today is certain things that are happening politically and just around the world. We have seen shifts as much as 3.5%
That's huge.
down and up in a day,
Yeah.
which is just astronomical. It's big. If there's a piece of advice that I could give to that, so my brother Mike and I work in the same office for Edward Jones, and work with about 500 households here locally of people's assets that we manage between the two of us. And we've spent a lot of time over the last 60 days talking to each and every one of our clients and helping them take a look a little deeper into their portfolio to see that and to feel the calm that their portfolio isn't necessarily fully exposed to that stock market.
Oh, right. So when people see the stock market go like this, they think, oh my gosh, have I lost all my money? But
Correct.
that's not true because
You
it's-
diversified some of their monies.
Correct diversification, and depending on the age of a client, so how far away they may be to retirement, and their comfort level towards risk will determine kind of how their portfolio is diversified. For a younger individual, they may be a little more risky on their portfolio because they've got more time
To make up for
it
that.
to grow even through the dips, right? It can recover and continue to grow well. If someone is nearer to retirement, it makes sense to dial down that risk on their portfolio so that the swings in their portfolio aren't as big. Now, that being said, one of the best things that I heard from our managing partner in Edward Jones is kind of at the onset of the volatility. She gave a really good analogy that really stuck home with me, and so I've shared it with a lot of my clients, where she said, you know, when your money is invested in any which way, your 401k, your IRAs, that kind of stuff, when it's invested in the stock market, it is similar to riding a roller coaster at high speed, right? There are times that you're going to get nauseous, right, through any loop-de-loops or corkscrews.
So when my husband's screaming at the computer screen because things have dived.
Not the
Tell
time to
them,
jump
don't
out of the
look,
roller
just
coaster.
wait.
We're on a roller coaster.
Turn it
Enjoy
off.
the ride.
Turn
Okay.
it off, yes. Go take some Pepto-Bismol,
Okay.
drink a Sprite, be okay.
Antacid.
Yes.
I've heard to just keep it in when it's like that. Is that
Correct.
necessarily all the
Just
way
don't
true?
touch it.
Well, the other side of what she said, yes, it's like riding a high velocity roller coaster, and you're going to get nauseous along the way from time to time. But you can get killed or really hurt bad if you jump from the roller coaster, which is very, very true. If somebody in that day, say they were heavily participating in the stock market, right? They're at a little more risky side of the portfolio. The day that the market dropped, say by 3% in a day, if they would have said, "That's it, I'm selling, I'm out, I'm done," the only thing they would have done was lock in their 3% loss on their portfolio. Because today, that has recovered and then some. Mike and I have proudly been able to talk to people and let them know that even though the overall stock market from start of the year to today might be around 3% down, the majority of our clients might only be down about 1% or so.
Okay.
And that is because of proper diversification and care on their portfolio. And the active management on one's portfolio is the most important and the key. And that's what we love to be able to tell people that we offer at Edward Jones in Spanish Fork. Is nobody ever has to call further than an 801-798 number. We're right on Main
Very
Street.
personalized.
Absolutely.
So I have a question for you.
Please.
Because I know this shifts. You know, when I was in high school, we learned about what retirement was. Then they gave a number of like, this is what you're going to need to retire. And then you get older and that number changes. So what does it look like now when you prepare people for retirement?
Yes, and
What's
is
that
Social
number?
Security
Yeah.
like even
Yeah.
a thing?
Those are deep and excellent questions, right? Now, if I had a crystal ball, I'd be worth a lot more money than I am today.
We've got some wooden beads
Okay.
here.
It's like
You can-
gambling.
I'll take it, right? No, excellent questions. When somebody comes to us and says, "Can I retire?" That's an ever elusive question, right? Well, it's hard for us to answer just immediately yes or no unless we know what retirement looks like for someone. Because your definition of retirement could look extremely different than mine.
I could be eating canned beans,
And be happy.
or
Yeah.
I
But
could
we
be
start
going
to-
on cruises.
What we start to do is help a client define in their own mind, what are your needs, what are your wants, and what are your wishes for retirement. And we start to define those, and you can put a price tag to those and start to then strategize and maybe see where somebody sits today and start to gauge, okay, well, how many years is it from today to when you're looking to retire? What are your goals with retirement? And where do you sit today with your current portfolio? At that point, we can start to do some work for clients to paint the picture and show, hey, you're on track. Or
we need
if
to
you're not
change
quite on
something.
track, maybe we can make a tweak here or there to help you get on track and exceed. And so we take a lot of pride in being able to give the peace of mind to a lot of clients to understand retirement isn't as elusive as it may seem and feel. And with a little bit of preparation and a little bit of strategy, it can certainly be a reality.
Well, and that preparation is really important because the Social Security conversation is more and more looking like, when is that going to bottom out, right?
Correct.
And you can't just totally rely on that, whereas my grandparents probably could have or
Correct.
have, but that's not an option on the table.
It's never a promise. It's never a guarantee, right? And that's one thing in the securities industry is we can't guarantee anything, but we can surely increase your odds of success through proper planning. And so we invite a lot of, there's not an age limit. The sooner someone can start and kind of think through it, the better it is for them. I just met today with an individual who's 24 years old, who has a job and a 401k, but he's looking to do more beyond. He wants to be engaged. Yesterday, I met with a 72-year-old who is a retired school district employee and just looking to consolidate several different 401ks that they had in their household. And so we take the range of it for whatever anybody needs.
Well, Tyler, I say we just need to tell our viewers you're located on Main Street.
Correct.
And in a 798 number. If they have any questions,
That's right.
reach out. You or Mike would be happy to help.
We'd love to help. Come and see us.
And they're awesome. They're just both great, fantastic, local, homegrown Spanish Fork boys.
Thank
So
you.
thanks for joining us.
Thanks for
thank
having me.
you.
All right.
We learned some pretty neat things today. What would you name your pet dragon?
Pete.
Oh! Ditto.
Okay, just kidding.
I don't know what I would name mine, honestly.
Dragon.
Barnaby was cute.
Barnaby was darling.
She was darling, and that magical egg, I want that to change and grow, and it's gonna hatch.
Yeah.
Wow.
We need to take our grandkids.
Okay, we'll see
Yeah.
you there on Wednesday or Thursday mornings. That
Yep.
will be so great. And the summer reading program is so big, so many great prizes. And you just have to like register.
Okay.
And then every Friday, I believe, it's when they give their prizes. And there's a ton.
I need to get on that. I talked about it last year. I was just bad. I need to do that.
Oh, that's fun.
It's highlighted. Okay, the swimsuits. I was obsessed with that. She's come on before, but I feel like she really fine-tuned what her message is and her marketing and her
But it's
fabrics.
They're amazing. You would not be disappointed.
That's always good.
I
It's
trust you.
ruined. It's ruined me.
for everything
cheap
else.
swimwear in the future.
I can't even. But the swimwear I bought is Athleta. I have
Oh,
like
so nice.
Athleta
Like
stuff,
nice
which is
stuff.
nice stuff.
Yeah.
And I still switched back into her swimwear.
I feel like she's fine-tuned it for the everyday woman, like what
Yeah.
really fits on us
And what's
how
flattering,
do we want to look.
Yeah.
it is flattering, and you feel comfortable and you feel secure, and all of that stuff matters.
Yeah.
And when you're chasing young toddlers around and bending over and picking them up and running, you know, in the beach, and you want to just feel your
Tight
best.
and snatched in.
Yeah, yeah.
Snatched in.
Yep. It's a good word.
And then Tyler.
Tyler was amazing. He was a 2-for-1 show
Yes.
with us.
Yeah, with the stock show.
I-
I love that.
I've never been to the junior stock show. Have you?
I went
Sue?
last year for their 100th
What did you
anniversary.
think?
It was so fun, and my niece also shows. So
Oh.
she had a pig, and it's just so fun to listen to them. And they put so much work into it with the FFA and their teachers and the other students. Like, it's kind of a group effort. I think it's fascinating.
Yeah.
And I'm so proud of the kids.
I love that they have kids do that.
Yeah.
My sister gets animals and her kids show them, and she has a pig this year and she named it after me. I'm like, thank you.
She did.
She did. She's like, that one's Angela. It has. I won't say why she named it after me, but
Oh
yeah.
boy.
So
That takes a lot of work,
Yeah.
but then they sell it, and I
Yeah.
love that the community boosters come in so that each child walks away with a good amount.
Well, and kudos to the
cool.
mom and dad, because you know it's happening because
It's-
of mom and dad.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
a
like
lot of
that
work.
8-year-old plus. It's because maybe they're helping at that point. Yeah,
And
can
a lot
show
of these
them.
kids don't have a farm in their backyard, so mom and dad are most likely driving them somewhere to feed and take care of the animals. So
100%.
yeah,
And then he turns around and teaches us about our money,
yeah.
yeah.
which is awesome.
and it was
I
so
love-
calming.
That's
Like,
exactly.
When he left, we were like, "Oh, Tyler, you're just so calming."
Yeah, I felt like I am listening. I am tuning in. Okay, I'll save money.
Okay.
Show me how to do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
Makes you feel like he would take care of you and take care of your money well.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and they're
Really.
trustworthy.
Yep.
And all these people right in town, guys. Once again, we have amazing people in our community.
Wow. So the next time we meet,
Yes.
it will be like summer. Like school
will
will
be.
be out and summer will be here. I was out in my yard last Saturday and it was just warm. And I know I love summer, but when I was sitting out there just looking at the leaves and the grass, I was just like, oh,
It feels
this feels so
It does.
good.
so
I'm
good.
so
You forget
happy.
how pent up you've been.
Yes.
And then that sun comes out, and I was walking out of work, and the sun had come out, and I stood there and literally like basked in
Oh,
it for a
yes.
minute, and I was like, we need this. I need
Yes.
that vitamin D back in my life.
Yeah. When we first built our home 10 years ago, I planted a lilac bush in front of our bathroom window, which is the front of our house. So it would kind of grow up and cover the bathroom window, and then I opened the bathroom window, and it's only for like 3 weeks of the year.
The lilac flowers.
And then the smell will come in, and I'm like,
It's amazing.
Oh, it's such a lovely
It
smell.
is. It is a good
If only
smell.
it was
It's
longer.
worth it.
That's
I
a
know.
perfect place for a lilac bush.
Oh, in the bath.
Open
Right?
up the window in
That
the bathroom.
scent and
It
bathe in
comes
that.
in over the tub.
It's a
and through
natural
our room.
potpourri.
Yes, there you go. Well,
Okay, guys, well, let's go buy a swimsuit, let's talk about money, and then go to the library.
okay.
Do the money after you buy the swimsuit.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
Or
sorry. that's
before.
already
Do
done.
I budget that? No.
Well, thanks for being here with us. We hope you've enjoyed the conversation. If you've learned something new, please tell a friend about us.